It's been a minute since I've been here. I've been sick with the Rona for the past 5 weeks. Apparently joking about the Rona actually gives you the Rona. If you don't know, on my last video, I actually made a joke saying, "Oh, I got the Rona because I was coughing." Apparently, I already had the Rona by then. So yeah. Anyway, let's get right into the subject. We're here to talk about the LA riots and part 2. The LA Riot sequel, Electric Boogaloo, which much like most sequels, this one came in and blew the first one right out of the fucking park. Yeah, let's get right into the subject, shall we? Because this is a quite interesting subject that I have to talk about. I've been meaning to talk about that since it started, but I was sick. So, what exactly happened? If you don't already know, I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory. A man by the name of George Floyd died in the hands of police officers unjustly for paying a Chinese restaurant with a $20 counterfeit bill and he died by suffocation. Most diverse crew I've ever seen, by the way. Just saying that because kind of kills the whole racism argument to a degree, but I'm not here to dwell on the little stuff. I'm here to talk about the big issue. They weren't charged, and everybody was saying that they should have been charged with murder. Everybody agrees pretty much on that thing, of the fact that they're bad, that they are bad people, that they're bad police officers. Even other police officers, MPs, veterans, active duty, former police officers. Everybody agrees that those guys are bad. People don't seem to understand that, though. People think, "Oh, okay, that means those guys are fucking are a rotten apple. That means the entire tree is rotten. That means there's systemic racism. That means there's all those non-issues that exist and I call them non-issues because they don't exist. But according to them, they exist, and according to a lot of other people that I watch on YouTube, they also exist. Now, before we get into that, I want to get into the whole title of the video. What happened in Syria? There was a civil war, civilians against a regime, a dictatorship, an actual fucking dictator. That's what happened, right? So this happened for the first few years. Everybody was cheering on the rebels, like, yeah, go get yourself a democracy, an actual democracy, not a pseudo-democracy. You'll get yourself a proper fucking state. Who knows? Maybe you'll even become a Western country. Then ISIS came into play and started affiliating themselves with FSA, Free Syrian Army, and then now it's Syria versus ISIS. And everyone pretty much agrees that ISIS is bad, so nobody supports the fucking rebels anymore. The same kind of thing happened with the protests. Everybody was supporting the protest. People that didn't agree with the protest just didn't say anything, just like myself. I don't really agree with BLM, but again, that's for later. I still respect their right to free speech. They have their First Amendment right to free speech. They should be able to express themselves, and they should be able to say whatever they want. Now, that happened for the first couple of minutes, peacefully, that is. After that, Antifa came into the fucking picture, and started rioting, and that's why I call them Vanilla ISIS. That's why we call them Vanilla ISIS, and so the community that we have of veterans that I'm not exactly a part of. I just follow that. But that's why we call them Vanilla ISIS, because they are actually Vanilla ISIS. They act like ISIS. And they look like ISIS too. They also dress like ISIS, all black and whatnot. So we see them losing support now. We see BLM losing support slowly from the American people, but they still regain their support from other places. They still regain their support from places like the Muslim Brotherhood or Hamas. You know, all those terrorist organizations. Yeah, and people affiliated with Muslim Brotherhood and Hamas. We see them having support from them, financial backing from those groups. which kind of makes me not really want to support them, especially not financially, because I would support them financially if they had done something to promote black people moving out of ghettos, moving out of poverty zones, to help black areas, to help black neighborhoods actually prosper, to help black people prosper from poverty to the point where they're in your average fucking middle class house. I've been mumbling too much. I wouldn't mind supporting BLM if they actually helped move people from the point where they're in poverty to the point where they're in middle class, in a middle class house, to the point where they've got a proper education, they've got a proper job. I wouldn't mind helping them financially if they were to help black individuals like that. If they were to fight against black on black violence, I would be able to support that. If they were to fight against the Chinese actually having systemic racism, actually people are saying that the whole coronavirus thing started because of black people. They spread the whole thing, and not our lab. No, all the files you read are fucking wrong. It's the black people, and then black people actually were treated poorly for a while. I don't know if they still are. They probably still are treated very poorly by the Chinese people. I would be able to stand behind BLM and actually give them my money as well. There is racism, obviously. Racism exists everywhere. And there's no systemic racism, though. And that goes against some stuff that a lot of YouTubers that I've watched actually say. They say like, oh, I don't agree with riots, but I do agree with BLM. BLM is a great guy. It is a bunch of great guys fighting against systemic racism. I agree with that. And I believe there needs to be a change to police. You see police officers, you no longer tell your children that you'll call the boogeyman if they don't eat their veggies. You tell them that you'll call the police. They're more afraid of that now. Yeah, I don't agree with that statement anymore. Never have, actually. I don't agree with that statement. No, I agree with a lot of things that most of the YouTubers I watch say, but I don't agree with that. Not at all. There's no systemic racism, especially not in Minneapolis. In Minneapolis, Minneapolis is a Democratic affiliated, like a left-leaning state. The party that's in power over there is the Democratic Farmer Labor Party. They're affiliated with, obviously, the DNC. You have a black chief of police over there. I have this little conspiracy theory about what actually happened. If you want to watch that, I'll probably make another video about just a fun little conspiracy, which you shouldn't take too seriously. You shouldn't take that as like proof of anything. You shouldn't take that as this is facts. This is just a conspiracy. I do think that's worth taking a look into. But yeah, this is not something that's exactly fact or based in actual reality just yet, or ever even. I don't know. It might be. I have no idea. But I'm getting off topic over here. Back to the topic at hand. So, systemic racism, you claim that, but like let's take a look at some statistics real quick. There are more white people shot by police and killed than there are black people shot and killed by police. In 2017, there were over double the white people than there were black people shot and killed by police. In 2020, there were nearly double. In 2017, it was 457. In 457 white people and 223 black people. In 2020, it's 204 and 204 white people and 105 black people. In all of the years, by the way, it's more. It's like more white people, dramatically more white people than there are black people. I just gave those two statistics because, hey, look at that. It's kind of shows something over here. And I'll link the statistics down below. Everybody says, oh, there are more white people than black people. Nobody shows the statistics. The statistics. I'm actually going to show you the statistics in the description. Statistics brought to you by Statista, by the looks of it. which I had too hard of a time trying to pronounce the first couple of times. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. Systemic racism, highly doubt it exists. Are we talking about stop and frisk? Stop and frisk, nothing to do with racism. A lot to do with stopping crime before it happens. For example, in New York, they defunded the police. They defunded the unit that does stop and frisk. Again, I'm mumbling all of a sudden. Redoing this video a couple of times. They defunded this unit, the anti-crime unit. Then black community leaders actually came out and asked for this unit to be reinstated, to give them back their jobs. Because guess what? This unit stopped a lot of crime. All of a sudden, the moment that they saw this unit defunded, crime skyrocketed in New York. This has nothing to do with systemic racism. Are you talking about people blowing through red lights and stop signs, and then the police stopping them on a routine traffic stop, and then this person, he has black skin, I'm gonna shoot him, I'm gonna gun him down and make fun of him, turn him like a piece of shit, spit on his dead corpse and fuck every one of the holes that I made in him. Is that what you're talking about? Because that doesn't happen. That maybe happened in the 1960s, but like not today. No. There's body cam footage that you can ask to see. It's public info. You can see that stuff. You can actually see that the people that claim, I was raped by the police officers in a traffic stop. I was handcuffed unjustly in a fucking traffic stop. All those people writing that shit down on Facebook, they're fucking lying, and you can see that they're lying because the body cam footage shows proof that they are lying. The police officers are mostly courteous, they're mostly nice, professional. Those people are fucking liars. And who would have guessed? People on the internet, because they want to get sympathy points. They want to get the attention, and they want to say, and they think of themselves, I was stopped by police, I can use that. Sympathy points. That's pretty much it for this video. I'm not gonna try and make this video any longer because it's already too longer than it should be, and it's already too long, and I can actually make it longer by going into details about the DNC are fascists and Antifa is fascists, which I can definitely do. Prove that. I can definitely prove that. Definitely go into details about that. I don't want to though. If you want to watch a video where I go into detail about that, I can definitely make another video about that. Just let me know in the comments. And that's pretty much it. I'll probably make a video talking about this fun little conspiracy either way, because it's just a fun little conspiracy. That's all there is to it. But yeah, besides that, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and tell me if I should actually do this video where I talk about the fascism thing. And yeah, besides that, bada bing, bada boom, I'm out. Peace.